Today I'm coming to you with my favourites of 2014, and I know it's a bit late, but I decided better late than never, and I really wanted to show you guys what I've been loving throughout 2014. So without any further ado, because I know I can ramble and this is going to be long anyway, let me show you what my favourite products were of 2014. My first favourite of 2014 was the Kiehl's Micro Blur Skin Perfector, and this was my favourite face primer. I've tried so many, from drugstore to higher end and you name it. All of them have just been really silicone-y and they don't sit well on my skin, and after like 2 or 3 months they don't look good on my skin and they make my skin feel like very clogged. But I love this. It's really lightweight, it absorbs really easily, and it's flawless on the skin. When you put it on, your makeup instantly looks better and it does sit better. And what I love is that there's actually a treatment in this, so while you're wearing it, it treats your skin. And if you haven't used this throughout 2014, I definitely recommend you picking it up for 2015. My favourite foundations of 2014, I've got two, a drugstore and a higher end. So my drugstore pick was the Revlon 24-hour Colorstay. This is in 110 Ivory, and this is for the normal to dry skin. I really loved this. It was lightweight. The shade range isn't the best, but if you can find a shade that suits you, I would highly recommend it. And it just looks really nice on the skin. Very flawless, very fresh. A little bit dewy, I would say maybe semi-dewy / natural looking. And it's a really good buy from the drugstore, and I really loved it. I definitely recommend trying it. And yeah, if you've got dry skin, I think you'll really love it. And then my next favourite was the MAC Studio Fix or Studio Fluid Fix, and this is in NW10. I'm showing you a sample pot because 2015 is the year I'm going to buy the full size of this. And it's fantastic. The coverage is brilliant without having to put too much on your face, and it covers exactly what I want it to. In regards to freckles and stuff, I'm not too bothered, but blemishes, any kind of redness in the skin, it is really good. It's very lightweight on the skin and it doesn't feel like it will slide off. It feels very natural. I would also say this is like a semi-matte finish because it's not flat matte, but it's not dewy or glowy. But it's really nice and I really love it. My favourite concealer of 2014 was the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, my holy grail concealer. This one is almost finished and I have a backup, and I know if I've got a backup of an item, I know I love it. I know it's serious business, and my shade is Vanilla. It's lovely, lightweight, but covers a lot. Really good for blemishes, redness, under the eyes I love it for as well, even though I have dry under eyes. I don't find this accentuates it. I mean, my eyes look dry anyway, and it doesn't make it look any worse. In fact, it makes it look a bit better. If you want to see this in action, then go ahead and check out my latest video with me doing my makeup. And this was actually featured in it. A lot of these products were featured in it, so you can see how they all work. I do a comparison on my before and after and how bright this really makes the face, and it's just gorgeous. You need one. Everyone needs one in their life. My favourite face powder of 2014 is the MAC Studio Fix. There's not much I can say, but I like how lightweight it is, and if I've got just concealer on or a tinted moisturiser on or even a full coverage foundation, I like that this gives just a little bit extra. And again, this just helps everything kind of blend in seamlessly. It makes the skin look really nice and flawless, and it's very silky to the touch. So my skin feels a little bit better for having it on. I know it's probably not the best face powder that you can have, but I absolutely adore it and I will definitely repurchase it when it's done. My two favourite bronzers of 2014 were these two. One is from The Body Shop and it's their Honey Bronzing Powder, I think it's called, and this was the first bronzer that I've ever picked up bar drugstore bronzers and really loved. So this is what rekindled my love for bronzers and showed me kind of how I could use them, how it looks good on the skin, and just the colour and health it brings back to the skin, and that is why I love it so much. So for about 6 months of the year I was using this one. I literally used it every day. I was not putting it down. You need quite a light hand with this. I got the shade 03. I probably would have been better with 01 or 02. But I like how buildable these are as well. So the colour never looks patchy or uneven. It just gives a really nice, healthy colour to the face. And I'm smitten. I love him. Gendering my products now. My next favourite bronzer is the Clarins one. This was the Colours of Brazil. As you can see, I'm in love with the packaging, and they bring out a new one every single year, and this year was Colours of Brazil. The whole collection was gorgeous, but the bronzer is the one thing that I actually picked up. And I love how you've got the classic bronzer shade around there, then you've got the slightly matte shade, and a little square that has like a peachy shimmer to it. So you can swirl your brush around the whole thing, or you can use like little individual pieces between the classic shade and the universal. And I love this. The size of it itself, I mean, look how big it is. My Body Shop bronzer fits into my Clarins bronzer. Mummy and Baby, and they are both fantastic. Really good value for money. I think this was 27. This was 14, 16, I can't remember, but really good options, especially if you're new to bronzing or you like bronzers but you don't want something too heavy, then these are a really good choice. Favourite cheek products of 2014, I'm going to stop saying 2014, you know I'm talking about 2014. My favourite cheek products were the Tarte Amazonian Clay 12 Hour Blush in Doll Face. I've got Blissful and I've also got Natural Beauty. Both of them are gorgeous, but Doll Face is the one that I went for ever since I got it. I've been using it pretty much every day. Again, this is in my last video as well. And I just think the formula of these is really nice. I love knowing that they're cruelty free and that they've got a nice ingredient background, and they sit really nicely on the face. So even if you have irritation on the face or acne, spots, bumps, this just glides over it. It doesn't make them look like cakey or any worse, which I can't stand in products when they like get all over your skin, and I'm sure you know what I'm saying. But these are really good, and if you can get your hands on them, I definitely recommend picking them up. They have such a gorgeous shade range. And then I'm sure you saw me flinging this around everywhere. This is my favourite highlighter. Again, another product I didn't really use much before 2014. This is the Balm's Mary-Lou Manizer highlighter, and she is a babe. She is so gorgeous. More of a champagne-y kind of colour. She is really smooth. The whole formula is really smooth and buttery, and it just leaves a really beautiful, healthy, sheeny look to the face. Not like glitter bomb. There are shimmer particles in here, but it's not too much. And I think this is fantastic for the price of it. It's worth every single penny. Such a good highlighter. I wouldn't really call it budget highlighter because I think those kind of fit into the £8, £9 category. But for almost, I think it's £14 or £15, maybe 16. This is incredible. You need it all over your face. I want it all over. I want a Mary-Lou Manizer body highlighter, because it's that fantastic. Eyeshadow wise, I've got another two. I've got my Lorac Pro Palette, which was lovingly sent to me by my friend Freddie, and I've used it non-stop. Proof is in the pudding. I've hit pan on cream. I'm almost hitting pan on pewter, and the rest of the shades are phenomenal. I love the matte line. I love the shimmery line as well. I love mauve. Mauve is what I used in my latest video, and I love espresso and black to use as eyeliners. That's what I'm using today, and again in my last video. Go and check it out. But this palette is gorgeous. It's so versatile. There's all the neutral colours in here that you could want, with a few more shades that give any look just like a pop of colour, which is really nice. It's really lightweight and handy. Perfect travel companion, and I'm so glad that I got one of these. For a more budget-friendly option, but not so many shades, you've got the Maybelline 24-Hour Colour Tattoos. These are amongst the best creamy eyeshadow formula I have tried. I love cream shadows, and these are the one for me. I've even had a Dior cream shadow, which I didn't like as much. I gave that to my friend, but these, I mean, for £7 or £8, they are phenomenal. I've made quite a big dent in this one already. This one is in the shade Sleek and Spice. They're really easy to just blend all over the lid with your fingers. You can use a brush, but once they set, they are not going anywhere until you take them off, and that is what I really love. Again, you can put them on sheer and you can build them up a little bit with an eye primer underneath them. These things blow any cream shadow that I've tried out of the water, so I would definitely recommend these. You've got the collections that they launched that have the few little sneaky collectible shades in there, and then you've got the normal range. And Sleek and Spice and On and On Bronze are my favourites. Mascara wise, I have loved two in 2014. The first half of the year I was loving the Benefit They're Real, because I found it did everything. It was volumizing, it was defining, didn't clump on the lashes, made my lashes look really nice and fluttery, and I just loved it. I used it up and then thought, I could repurchase it or I could try a new one. So I bought the bareMinerals Seductive Eyes kit, and I did blog posts of that. I was so impressed with the eyeshadow and the liner and the mascara that the blog post literally went up within 2 weeks of like every day. And it was fantastic. And I got the Lash Domination Mascara in there. Now this is a 10-in-1 volumizing mascara, so you've got the volumizing in there, the defining of the lashes in there as well, which is great because I don't want to sacrifice either of those. And you have this gorgeous wand. It's like 360 around, and so it picks up every single little lash. And again, in my previous video, if you want to see how this works, I've got it in there, and I've done a before and after of my eyelashes with what this baby can do, and it is seriously, it's gorgeous. Another thing to note is that this has a water formula, and so if you wear any kind of lash extensions or a lot of false eyelashes, this isn't going to ruin them. From what I've heard, I have a lot of customers that wear lash extensions that need water based mascaras, not oil based, and they always come for this one, so it's really good. You need to try it, enough said. Eyeliner wise, I've also got two. I've got a pencil and a liquid. My favourite pencil, again, the bareMinerals Lasting Line in Absolute Black. I've got it in Internal Bronze and Lasting Brown, and they're just fantastic. It twists up, which I love, because it's no fuss. You don't have to sit there and worry about sharpening and having shavings everywhere. And then on the bottom you've got a little smudger, which I rarely use because I don't really smudge out my makeup. And then you've got a little sharpener there as well. So it's, again, a really good travel companion just to pop into your bag so you can touch up on the go, or take it on holiday with you, or whatever you like to do with your liners. And this lasts so well in the waterline. I have sensitive eyes and wear contact lenses, as I say numerous amounts of times, but this is really, really good, and I think they are £14, so not much out of the bank really for a good eyeliner. And the ingredients, just bareMinerals ingredients in general, are really good to the face, and I love it, and it's fantastic. So definitely recommend trying these. And then my liquid liner preference for 2014 was the Stila Stay All Day Waterproof Liquid Liner. I picked this up on the whim, fell in love with it. I can't do liquid liner to save my life, but this is pretty foolproof, and you can go really thin or you can go really thick. I really need to work on my liquid liner skills, so if anyone wants to teach me, you know, you can come teach me. But yeah, I love the lasting power of this. I don't find it's too sheeny. It's more like semi-matte looking, so it's not black matte in your face. I'm talking about the finish of the liner, and it's not too glossy. That's the word I was looking for. So it's the perfect in-between. Again, you can get it in the drugstore like Boots. I think it was £12 or £14, so really good price for such a long-lasting liner. And I love the felt tip on it, and in the actual lid itself, when you close it, it suctions so that the tip doesn't go dry, which is really good, because I was using an Ico one and it went dry within 2 weeks. It was ridiculous, and Ico's I think is also £12 or £14. I was just like, no, that's not going to fly with me. But the Stila Stay All Day is really good. I have just started using the Kat Von D tattoo liner, but but I thought it would be cheating to put that in here. So Stila Stay All Day for 2014 it is, and it is really good. So before we move on to lip products, I want to give the biggest shout out to the Anastasia Brow Wiz Pencil. I have the shade Taupe, which was formerly Ash Blonde, and I think it's a pretty good match to the skin, to my skin tone, to my hair, and I love, love, love how thin the tip is. Mine is finished. That is the clicks of satisfaction, people, when you have finished your eyebrow pencil. But again, just like with my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, I already have a backup of this, and that is how I know I absolutely love it. I love the spoolie for the eyebrows. I think it really, really helps brush out any kind of errors or mistakes or too much product. This just distributes it evenly. And again, this lasts like, no swear words, but this lasts like a faux. You know what I mean? It is amazing. Anastasia is brow queen, obviously. I have done every single test you can do with a brow pencil. I have gone to the gym in it. I have slept in it. I went into the rain with it. I've been caught in the rain numerous amounts of times. I work my full days in it. Again, I've slept in it, gymmed in it, sweated in it, swam in it. I swam in it. What else have I done? I've flown in it. What else? I've had it in humid heat. I've had it in cold weather. It is incredible. It lasts. Once your eyebrows are there, they are there. It's easy enough to fix the formula if you make any mistakes. But then once you've had it on and it actually grips to the hairs, it's not going anywhere. You don't have to worry about scratching or hugging people and half your eyebrow coming off. Seriously good stuff. And again, I know I've said it 900 times. I used this in my latest video, and if you want to see what this does for someone with thin brows, sparse brows, to fill them to this standard, definitely go and watch it. Even if you just watch the little piece for this, go and watch it because you will be amazed, and everyone needs one. Phew. Now that we've gone through that eyebrow rigmarole, lip balms. I'm a lip balm addict. If you watch my channel or you read my blog or you're on my Instagram or you just talk to me, you will know that I am a lip balm addict. So I've got two again. One is from the Body Shop, and this is the Aloe Lip Care. This is slightly more expensive than the other one I'm going to show you, but I love this purely for the fact that it stops dry lips in their tracks. If you've got like cracky or flaky dry lips, just pop some of this on and like a day later, it's done. The deed is done and your lips are looking all good and beautiful. Oh, I love this. In one of my favourites video, I actually go through the story of how I discovered this. It was an Essie Button inspired purchase, but it works, and I had really bad lips when I went looking for this, and it cleared them up. Within 3 days they were gone, and they were in really, really bad condition. So I definitely recommend this. I know the Body Shop do a lot of other different ones, but the aloe vera one is really, really nice. And then my other option is slightly cheaper, and this is the Lush Honey Trap Lip Balm. You've got 8 grams of product in what looks like a little tin. And I only mention that because when I bought it, I was like, I'm not paying £6 for a small tin like that of lip balm. Are you crazy? Because my Nuxe Rev de Miel I got for £9.80, and it looks double the size of this. But this lasts so long. As you can see, I've hit pan on it, pot on it, and I'm definitely going to buy a new one. Again, this is the Honey Trap one, so it smells like white chocolate, vanilla and honey. It's really, really nice. It sits nicely under lipsticks. I wouldn't suggest putting it under a matte lipstick because that defeats the purpose of a matte lipstick. But the ingredients as well. I love knowing that I'm putting something on my lips that I don't have to worry about ingesting, if that makes sense. So Lush are cruelty free, everyone knows that. And they do a vegan one. This one isn't vegan because it has the beeswax and the honey in it. But they do have a vegan one. They've got a cocoa one, I think, and then they've got one that's just, it doesn't really smell like much. But I'm a sucker for smells with things, so this is a must. This is a must for everyone's handbag. It pops in, it's tiny, you can put it in your pocket, and it works. I know that when I go to bed and put this on, it's not coming off till the morning, which I love. So definitely recommend these two if you are a lip product or a lip balm addict like myself. Also, honourable mention on the balm front. The Dior Lip Glow Colour Reviver Balms for the mouth. Where else are you going to put it? For the lips, they are incredible. I only say honourable mention because I don't have it with me. But I've got the pink one, the original one, and I've got the coral one, and they are fantastic as well. If you want to splurge a little bit and have a bit of colour on your lips with a lip balm treatment in it, those are the ones to try in 2015. Now, before I go on to lipsticks, I have one more category which I forgot to mention, and it is my favourite eyeshadow primer, and it's the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion, and this is just an original. You can get one called Sin and Eden and stuff, but the original one is fantastic. I've been using mine for about 4 or 5 months now, and I still have tons left. I bought the full tube because I know you can get half ones, but this is really good. And it's crazy how much difference this makes, how long your eyeshadows last when you've got this on, and how beautiful in colour any eyeshadow looks. I've got drugstore eyeshadows that I threw to the side and thought I'm never going to use those again, just chuck them out. I've gone and used them on top of this, and they look like high-end eyeshadows. It is incredible. I definitely recommend these. This worth every single penny. Best eyeshadow primer I have tried yet. Now on to lipsticks, and this was really hard for me to dwindle down. I'm sure it was for everyone who likes their lip products. But I basically have a drugstore, an in the middle, and then a high end. So there's something here for everyone. So my drugstore option are the Revlon Just Bitten Kissable Balm Stains. I've got mine in 001 Honey, and it is gorgeous. I've got it swatched on my hand here. So this one is Honey, this kind of like dusty, nudie, pinky colour, if I do that. There you go. So that one's Honey. It is really gorgeous on the lips. I've got it on today, and it's minty. I know a lot of people didn't like the minty flavour of them, but I really enjoy it. These are just really easy to have in your bag, to just leave the house and just use. You don't have to worry about a mirror unless you get the darker shades. This is a really good shade, and this is my favourite shade of the collection. I know they have the matte balms and the lacquer balms now, which are also incredible, and I love it. I love it. It's such a good bargain for the drugstore. I think I got it when it was like £6.49. They might have gone up a bit, or they might have gone down, but you definitely need to try one of these in your life. So my medium spectrum lipstick is a MAC one. We know, people, I love MAC too much. And my favourite colour of 2014 that I used consistently was the Cream Sheen formula in Peach Blossom. So it's this beautiful peachy nudie pink. I've got blog posts on this as well, and it's just gorgeous. I love how nice it is to use just every day, and there's not much you can say about it. The formula is really nice. They smell fantastic, like vanilla. So if you don't like vanilla, you might not like them. But the shade range that MAC do, everyone knows it's pretty unbeatable. And I just love how easy that one is to use. I pop it in my handbag. I don't have to worry about a mirror or liner or anything. And it's just the perfect everyday shade. So I really love that. This is the colour. So if I just block that one out for you, it's the one next to Honey. So as you can see, it's like a pinky peach. It doesn't give too much on the lips, but it does kind of complete any natural look. If you've got a really smoky eye, you can use that with it, or if you just want to go full hog and do everything, you can use it too. And then my absolute favourite discovery of 2014 were the Charlotte Tilbury Matte Revolution lipsticks. I only have one. If I had all the money in the world, I would own all of them because they are all equally as gorgeous. These seriously are stunning. This is my favourite matte formula of 2014 as well as my favourite high-end lipstick of 2014. And I bought the shade Love Liberty. These are £23. So when I first bought it, I was like, spending £23 on a lipstick, you won't even regret it. As soon as this beauty comes through your door and you see that packaging, you don't even care if you're going to like the lipstick, you just know you're going to have it anyway. And again, I bought Love Liberty. Charlotte Tilbury is a genius with the applicator on this. As you can see, it's like a square. I don't know if this is going to focus for you. But yeah, there you go. It's like a square, so you can get really precise into the corners, up on the cupid's bow, just roll it over. And another great thing is I don't personally need to worry about having a lip liner with this. I need a mirror because it's a bold colour, but this doesn't bleed and it doesn't fade, which is just fantastic. The formula of these is crazy. It's pigmented in one swipe, it doesn't dry out the lips, it plumps the lips up and makes them look really nice and juicy without having to be glossy. I'm in love, and that is the colour that you can see here. So that is Love Liberty, the one on the end. So it's like a plummy, reddy wine colour. It is gorgeous. I've done a review of it on my blog as well, so I'll leave that linked below. And if you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen that I posted a few pictures of myself wearing this because I'm in love. It is the perfect autumn-winter colour. I'm going to be wearing it in spring and summer as well because it is fantastic. But this is true love, and I want Amazing Grace. I want Glastonbury. I don't know if I've heard Charlotte Tilbury are bringing out some more of the Matte Revolution shades, which I'm so excited for. But you need to pick this up this year. Seriously, you need to. So that's it from me, guys. Those are my 2014 beauty favourites. I'm sorry this video was so long, but it was bound to be. And I hope you enjoyed seeing my favourites. So let me know if you've used any of these down in the comments below, and leave me any recommendations for the new year to try out. And I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.